Alright, page 2 of your exponential review packet for number 5. Since even though 7/5 is greater than 1, the negative 3 turns this into a decay. Again, 1.31, my factor is greater than 1, so therefore it is growth. You can also plug these in and see if they're increasing or decreasing. 0.45 is less than 1. It's between 0 and 1, I guess I should say, so that would be decay. 6/7, again, decay, since it is less than 1 but greater than 0. E to the x minus 5, that is a growth. And e to the negative 4x, that negative 4 in the exponent actually turns this into decay. Alright, so a lot of you are having problems with determining what the decay factor is versus the percentage rate, so we're going to go over that. First of all, you know, since this is 0.3, that this is a decay problem. Okay? The factor is basically that base number. Okay, so in this case, your base number is 0.3. That is the decay factor. If you want to find the percentage rate, then you're basically looking for, if you remember in that initial problem we had a times 1 plus or minus the rate to the t power. So the question is, looking at this problem, am I going to be adding or subtracting from 1? Well, to get 0.3, I'm definitely going to be subtracting. So if you go to your calculator and you say, okay, what do I do with 1 to get 0.3? Well, if you do 1 minus 0.3, you will find that you actually are going to be subtracting 0.7, which 0.7, if I want the percent, I multiply it by 100, and 0.7 is actually 70%. Okay? For this one, you want to do the same thing. 3/8 again indicates that this is decay. The factor is that 3/8. And then you ask yourself, well, what do I do? I'm going to subtract something. Well, what am I going to subtract? Well, let's see. 1 minus 3/8. Enter. And you can leave it as a 62.5%, or you can turn it into 62.5. It doesn't matter. But it is going to be 62.5%. And again, you would want to do that by multiplying it by 100 to find the actual rate, which is the percent. Okay? Going on to number 13. 1.25, you know that means that this is growth because it is more than 1. The actual factor is the 1.25. And you have to ask yourself, well, what do I add to 1 to get 1.25? Well, I add 0.25, which is equal to 25%. And that is the actual percentage rate. Growth or decay, well, you know the decimal means that this is decay. The factor is, again, 0.54, which is right here. And the rate is going to be 1 minus 0.54, which is 0.46, which is equal to 46%. And you want the percentage rate. Okay? Moving on to your growth and decay problems. You want to write the exponential. So again, you're just going to use that a slate seem to be acting out, so I'm just going to have to come to the board to do this now. So you're going to use that same a times 1 plus or minus, depending on growth or decay, the rate raised to the t power. So in this case, you know that the initial rate was 65,000. It was bought in 1990 at a rate of 1.18. It is decreasing, so you know you're going to be subtracting. So your initial amount is 65,000 times 1 minus 1.18. Now again, if you want to find what decimal that is, you take 1.18 and you divide it by 100 to see what decimal you're going to put in, and that's 0.0118. And you're going to raise it to the t power. So in 2005, 15 years have passed from 1990. Remember, this started in 1990. So you're actually going to use 65,000 times 1 minus 0.0118 raised to the 15th power. If you plug that in your calculator, you would get $54,398.40. And again, you put that in exactly how it looks. For the second one, you get y equals, again, your initial amount is $665,000. And in this case, it's appreciating. Appreciating means going up or growth. So you're going to add your rate, which is 0.072. That is your rate. And again, you're going to find that by taking 7.2 and dividing it by 100 to find what the decimal version is. And there you see 0.072 raised to the power of t. So now for t, you're going to plug in 20 years. So that's y equals 665,000. 1.072 if you combine the 1 plus raised to the 20th power. If you put that in your calculator exactly how it looks, you will find that you get $2,824,820.98. Okay? And this concludes page 2.